If you say I'm from Dolton, we go to the IML and they would see your Dolton on the name tag and they say, oh God, I'm gonna just pray for y'all. I'm gonna keep praying for y'all. Because this is a black town, 80, 90% black. We've been the poster child for black ignorance, black arrogance, black dysfunction. Now we wanna be the poster child for black love, black excellence, black unity, and most importantly, black self-accountability.
Well said, Trustee Ed Steve. Or to be exact, this is former Trustee Ed Steves, who is actually running again to be re-elected for trustee. And hopefully with this new election, that's what's going to happen. Hi, you guys. Welcome back. So today we're going to be looking at Dolton's most recent board meeting that was held this past Monday. And we're just going to be looking at all the shenanigans, of course, because you know Tiffany Henyard, she likes to bring the shenanigans and the drama. So let's go ahead and start off with this first clip, and then I'm going to chime back in.
We have a quorum.
Thank you very much. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. We are at his citizens address or citizens comments. There's a 3 minutes for citizens comments. When we hit the 3-minute mark, we will wave at you just so that way you're aware of the time. But we ask anybody with comments or questions, please go to the podium and address this body. You got to sign this? Oh, we had three people that signed in. So we'll start with Mary Vance. Mic is working. Mic is off.
So you guys, what's happening here is they've decided to go ahead and start the meeting because Tiffany, like usual, is late. So they went ahead, they had a quorum, which means there's enough trustees there for them to get the meeting started. Now, what else is going on at the same time is the mics are not working in true Dolton meeting fashion, right? So what we see here is Trustee Kiana Belcher going up and turning on the mics, okay? Now, what we see right after is this guy right here, William Moore, take his little butt over there and turn the mics off. And this is resident comment, okay? So the residents are supposed to be coming up there to start, doing their comments, addressing the issues that they have with what's going on, because we know there's a lot going on. But he's Team Tiffany, so he just decides, you know what, no, we're going to turn the microphones off. We don't care what they have to say because Her Majesty has not arrived yet. And honestly, you guys, this guy gives me cult follower vibes, okay? I'm just going to put it out there.
Good evening, Mayor, Trustees, Board, and our precious residents. We're not forced to do this. I love my job. I love working for Mayor Henyard. I'm here at 7:30 in the morning. And it's whatever it takes, because this is what we inherited. I appreciate your energy and your effort to get these things done. And I'll end with this. It said, any that's chief among you, let it be he that served. We see your heart, that you love for these people. And so we're with you. And with that, I'm going to give my report. So I appreciate it, the opportunity to make history. And when it's all said and done, your legacy will speak for itself. So continue to work.
That's just how he acts, and the way he's so devoted to Tiffany. That's what it's given for me. What do you guys think about that? But let's go ahead and move on, because I do want to say I don't think Kiana Belcher saw him do that, because as you see, she was walking away as he was walking over there, because I feel like she would have said something, because we know she does not hold her tongue for anyone. And we will definitely see that in this meeting. She really puts it all out there, and she is not shy about letting the residents know how pissed off she is now that the trustees are actually getting more inside information about the financial state of Dolton. Let's go ahead and get back to it.
All right. Good evening, residents. Thank you for coming out this evening. First and foremost, I want to apologize for people acting out of order this evening. When we come into a board meeting, I just want to set the rules for you. You have to be in order. You cannot yell loud. You cannot say bad things to people. Everybody's entitled to their opinion as it relates to who they like, who they support, what it is they want to talk to this body about. I need you guys to respect their time and give them their 3 minutes.
So you guys, as we can see, coming straight out the gate, Tiffany's coming in basically antagonizing people, because what she's talking about we have to be respectful. We have to be respectful of people's time. Okay, and she was late. Like always, she's late to her Thornton Township meetings where she's the supervisor. She's always late to these meetings at Dolton. So it's just no surprise that the trustees get very frustrated when she even just shows up, you know, because she comes in and she comes with this type of attitude all the time. And even though the residents didn't have a working mic or they had difficulties with their mic, her mic always magically works, right? But we know who's behind that. Her little staff and her team that supports her. They make sure she has a voice. But the residents, not so much. But let's go ahead and move on.
Is there someone, where's Medina? I don't see Medina, I don't see Jackie. Do y'all have someone doing the time since y'all started the meeting? Y'all have somebody doing the time? Okay, and do you have a sign-in sheet? Is there a sign-in sheet? Just one person? Okay, so you only have one person. Is there anybody else that would like to address the body? Yeah, Medina, can I have a copy of the agenda, please? In the back, to the police officer in the back, is the metal detectors on?
So you guys, this is where Tiffany starts getting up to her usual shenanigans, ruffling people's feathers, you know, trying to get under their skin. Since she showed up late, she wants the residents to go back outside and go back through the metal detectors because she doesn't feel safe. And I wonder why she doesn't feel safe. Could it be because she disrespects everyone that comes across her path? Could that have something to do with it? But nonetheless, this is the first thing she chooses to do after showing up late. There was already a board meeting going on. The residents had already went through the metal detectors, and now she's having them do it all over again. So yeah, that's a great way to get the meeting started and get the residents on your side, right? Okay, let's go ahead and continue.
Okay. So residents, for your safety and for our safety, we're gonna have people go through the metal detectors. You can stay, hold on. You have to listen. You can say, y'all can say no all you want. It's not up to you as it relates to safety. It's about safety for everyone. So everyone will have a seat, but we are going to have everyone go through the metal detectors so that everyone is secure in the building. The last board meeting, we had an incident. You have to listen. I just told you guys, you have to listen. So you guys have to go through the metal detectors so that everyone is secure in the building. Everyone can stay here. Everyone has a seat, but we care about safety. Safety is our top priority, no matter who it is or what it is. So if you don't mind, we're gonna pause while everybody goes through the metal detector, come back to your seat, and then we can start our meeting so that everyone's safe. Because if something jumps off in here, we don't know who has what. So I'm just trying to make it aware that everyone understands. So Chief Lacey, if you can direct people, you can start at the first row. People can go in and come back in, and then have your seats.
So here we go, Chief Lacey coming in, patrolling, doing the mayor's bidding, you know, totally unnecessary, you guys. She's talking about a previous incident that happened the last board meeting where a well-known activist named Jedediah Brown approached one of the trustees, Andrew Holmes, who is conveniently absent, I guess because he's tired of being accused of taking advantage of someone who used to be Team Tiffany. But now she's come out with these allegations against Andrew Holmes and so on and so forth.
I didn't notice that my good fellow advocate Andrew Holmes was in the building. You're the reason that I'm here. But you've been accused of something that's very shameful. And the least you could have done is given us a very basic and comprehensive statement, and you could have at least declared your innocence, which noted you haven't done. Literally, as an elected official and as an advocate about what you did, was it consensual, was it not? Did you that woman? Did you put something in her drink? And damn it, you gonna answer, and you gonna answer me. Promise you that.
Hey, out of order, you out of order, hey.
You guys, if you've been following it, you know about Andrew Holmes and that whole Vegas scandal by now. So I'm not going to waste the time and go into that. That being said, let's get into this next clip.
Is there anybody else for a public comment? All right. You have 3 minutes. Hey, you got a stopwatch or something?
Okay, is it on now? Okay, sorry. Okay. It's always time in your. Yep, Chief Lacey, why weren't you here? I mean, that's ridiculous.
So you guys, as you can see, they're still having mic troubles. What a surprise, okay? But this lady does wait and address William Moore for what he did.
Okay, well, you never know with Moore over there. I mean, that was petty. Just prove how petty you were. They had a legal right to meeting, and you shut off the mic. What did you think that was going to accomplish? The meeting still went forward. So not sure why you did that. You're just so petty and unprofessional. How are you okay with that? How are you okay with yourself? Okay, I'll just repeat what she said. She said, on our tax dollars. I mean, why do you do that? Why do you think it's okay to do that? I mean, does your relationship camaraderie mean that much that you are okay with selling your soul?
You guys, like I said, Moore gives off cult following vibes, okay? But enough of that. Let's get to the nitty gritties of this board meeting, because there are some things that happen, and like I said, Kiana went for Tiffany. She did not hold back this time. So we're gonna go ahead and get to those key parts of this meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been motion second to bundles A, B, and C. And just for the record, for those that don't know what it is, motion to approve an ordinance amending the village credit card policy. B, a motion to approve an ordinance declaring a village credit card spending freeze. And C, a motion to approve a settlement of Williams versus Dolton, an amount of $30,000. Call the roll.
So you guys, basically what the trustees did is they put in motion an ordinance to freeze the credit cards. Okay. Now I found this very interesting because, for one, we're getting close to election time, right? Okay. And we already know that Jason House has announced his run for mayor, and the trustees are also running again to be trustees. So what I did is I went back a little bit in time, because you know we like to go back in the day, okay? We like to do that because there's so many videos of Tiffany Henyard, all right, to compare then and now, because she used to be a trustee, for all you guys who don't know. So this little snippet I'm going to show you guys is right before Tiffany Henyard became mayor, and she was a trustee, but she pretty much had it in the bag and she knew she was going to be mayor. Let's go ahead and watch, and I'll chime back in.
Okay. And then also, just for the record, there's no more purchasing or buying anything until the new board comes in. So I'm just letting you guys know, put that on hold so you don't cut checks for anybody. And if you got an issue, I think you should weigh in to the board so we'll know what the issue is, but don't cut any checks.
So, Trustee, I just have one question. Do you mean you don't want any more services to be, you want all services to be halted until the new board? I'm a little confused as.
No, okay, I'll elaborate, sure. No, what I'm stating is I don't want anyone that's exiting to go with our dollars, the taxpayers' money, without board approval. So don't just cut checks because someone come to you and say, cut this check, cut that check. I'm saying either A, run it across the board if it's something that we need to vote on or agree on before you cut checks. Because when the new mayor entered into office May 8th, we want to make sure all our money still is there.
Okay.
That's it.
So just, I want to make sure I'm clear. Are you talking payroll or billing?
I'm stating, do not allow anyone to tell you to cut checks that should not be telling you to cut checks. That goes from the outgoing board. You're gonna.
Trustee, I think you got frozen.
Yes, she did. And unfortunately, if only they could have frozen in time and saw who she really was before she became mayor, you guys. And I mean, honestly, if we look at Jason's face during this interaction, you can kind of see the underlying worry, like, oh, did we make a bad mistake? Because he's starting to see those true motives come to fruition, okay, right in front of his eyes. But at this point, it's too late, so he just has to go with the flow like everybody else had to do. You know, they put their eggs in that basket. Now they have to let them rot, okay? But let's go ahead and bring it back into this most recent board meeting. I was just showing this clip to show those similarities between how, as a trustee, she froze payments and things before she came into being a mayor. And now the trustees are kind of doing the same thing. They're wanting to stop the credit card payments. Of course, the financial situation then to now is not comparable, but that just kind of stuck out to me. So I just wanted to mention that. Let's go ahead and get back to it.
Motion to approve items A, B, and C.
So moved.
Is there a
Second.
Been a motion second. Any discussion?
Yes, if I may.
All right, go ahead.
A and B, we talked about just for a little bit more clarity on the credit card spending changes as well as freeze. Essentially, it would only allow for the Director of Administrative Services to use the credit card only on items that the board approves, and it puts a cap on any transaction of $5,000. There was consideration on completely cutting it off, but there are some bills that must be paid. Well, it's most convenient to be paid with a credit card. It causes great tears, so we did not want to put the staff into a much more difficult place. So we wanted to put in some safeguards that can be reasonable for day-to-day activities while still acknowledging some of the challenges we feel are with the credit card spend. Thank you.
All right, Colorado.
So you guys, the fact that she's so calm about this and not really sweating the fact that the trustees are accusing her and her administration of being just totally irresponsible with the money. She's either this calm because she's in total denial of her getting any type of ramifications from her actions, or she's totally arrogant and confident that she's going to get away with every single thing that's been going on, or she thinks she's just totally untouchable. Because as we can see, there are two new people in this board meeting, and these two people have been identified by the news and a couple of other YouTubers as her defense attorneys. So why would one need defense attorneys? Because you might be getting charged with something, right? So that's who those two guys are, and one of them, I guess, is known to play dirty. At least that's what I hear. So naturally, that's who she's chosen in the event she may be charged with something. All right, well, let's get to this next clip, because this is where Kiana begins to let Tiffany have it.
Next, discussion and consideration to approve the sale of the village property located at 14900 Greenwood, Melody Fitness Center.
I am the one that placed this on the agenda. And the reason that I placed this on the agenda after having a meeting with Kasperik's office, Lauren, who is one of the account holders of ours, everyone know that we are strapped for cash. And the Village of Dolton has the Melanie Fitness Center that is not being occupied. There was a Dolton Police sign placed on it, but we do not have the funds to make it a Dolton Police Department. So I am asking that we move forward to try to see if we can put this property on the market.
All right, any discussion?
I was just going to state that in the very beginning, maybe our first year here, I remember myself and Trustee Brown put on the agenda to sell it. Tammy Brown, for clarification, right? We asked that we move forward with an appraisal. So our goal for the last 3 years, as a community, we want to be able to put properties back on the tax roll and actually benefit, because the more people that pay taxes in our community, the better. So we've been asking, and the time has come so that we can try to incur some of these expenses that they have been putting on the village. So that's the goal, to try to offset spending. Thank you.
So what they're proposing to do is sell this place called Melody Fitness that has been in Dolton for a while, because so far it's not really been occupied. The other half of the building was supposed to be a police department, and they spent $50,000 to put up a police sign there, and it's still a vacant property. But let's go ahead and get back to Trustee Kiana Belcher, because she becomes really vocal about her opinion on this matter.
All right,
Mayor.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, since I put it on the agenda, and I would love for the deputy chief, with all these analysis that y'all did, if it's been 3 years, why is it not a police station? How much will it cost to turn it over to a police station? Then you stated that you wanted it to be a community center for a pool. You sat here several times and said it'll be free pool for the community. It's not making no money. Y'all done spent all the money and we have to sell it, whether it's in a TIP district or not, just so it can go back on the tax roll is what we need. Right now, as Trustee Norwood said, and speaking to the accounting department, we are in a financial disaster. Right now, on the agenda that she has, we are transferring money from the TIP money just to make out for bills that need to be paid. So when we go back, what's facts, what's fiction, I ain't never known a person that always got all the facts and everybody else is wrong. But at the end of the day, we have to be realistic. Realistic is there's no more money. Anything we can sell, we need to sell it. If you want to get outside, we'll sell you too.
You guys, what did I say? Kiana was not having it today. She said, you can get outside, we can sell you too. Okay. Oh my goodness, that was so funny when I heard it. And I know people had to be laughing because that's just how fed up she is. And it takes a special individual like Tiffany Henyard to get someone to that level. All right. But let's get back to it because Kiana is not done yet.
But right now,
Trustee,
right now, you don't tell me what's out of order and what's not in order. We're not doing that today.
You are out of order.
So right now, anything that we have asset on and that we can touch that's owned by the village needs to be sold.
All right. So with the go ahead. Trustee, I'm just going to say this. You came over to the police department to find out facts. Well,
Go ahead.
If I may, without going back and forth. I apologize if you think I am. However, you came to find out facts. Right after that, you put something out saying, and it was told to my commander, that our asset forfeiture was dried up. Now, if you made the statement, then... I
did, because I asked you how much was in there, and I talked to the accountant.
Hold on, let them finish. Yeah. Also, you probably talked to the accountant, trustee, but the accountant didn't give you what was in that account. And the reason why is because that's money that nobody can touch, just the police department, for police incidents. What I'm saying is, trustee, I get it, I understand it about everything that's going on, but right now, strategically, like I said, that would be a perfect location. If you guys are going to talk about it, great. Right. Talk about it instead of shutting it down right now. But okay. we need another police station in another location in Dolton, so that way the citizens can be serviced. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you for your comment.
So our plan for that building was to allow residents to utilize the pool for free and then have a police station on the other side.
I don't know about you guys, but having a police station full with guns and ammo and bad guys coming in and out doesn't sound ideal to have next to a community center where you're having little kids swim and run around. Does that sound like something that goes hand in hand? I don't know. Maybe I'm not being optimistic, okay? Maybe I'm not seeing Tiffany's vision. But it just doesn't seem like things that you want to put next to each other. Like, let me know down in the comments, you guys. Do you think that's something that should even exist? I really don't think so. I feel like she should have put the police station somewhere else and the whole thing could have been a community center. Like maybe one side could have been for the exercising and then the other side could have been like more of a theater community center for arts and, day camps and stuff like that. I don't know. It's something else than a police station. She was just so gung-ho about getting another police department in there that she went and spent $50,000 on the sign. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and hear Trustee Tammy Brown talk about that police sign and how she feels it's a liability.
I just want to add on to that. Not only, it's also a liability. If no one is aware it's not actually a police station, people would actually go there thinking that it is a police station. So if I'm in a frenzy and someone is chasing me and I go there for the police station, well, guess what? It's not a police station. So that's also a great liability. In the meantime, as it's sitting there, maybe the sign should be covered as well. So you don't give people that false narrative that it's a police station, and it's not a police station.
What we did in the past is we put blockage up so people couldn't enter the lot, so people weren't confused about, is the police station open, is it closed? And then also the light, we did cut it off, someone did turn it back on. So those are things that we did do when people was thinking that it was an actual police station, just to clear up some of the noise. People just throw things out and no one tells you, 1 second, and no one tells you what's going on in the community. So I like to try to give you facts versus fiction, because half the time people just give you fake stories and never give you truth to it, so that now you have something to go with it. So that's what we're here to do today.
So Trustee Tammy Brown made an excellent point. Someone could mistake the police station for being an actual police station. Oh, well, why would they do that? Because it says that it's a police station. It has a $50,000 sign up there that says it's a police building. So you guys, just look at these pictures of the police sign that they're talking about on this building. No matter if that sign would be off or on, someone would think that that's a police station. So yes, I think that is a liability. But of course, Tiffany, you know, she wants to downplay it because it goes against whatever she's saying. Okay, even though obviously they didn't have the funds to actually build the police station, but she went ahead and had the $50,000 sign made and put up on the building anyways. And it's just another example how financially irresponsible she is. And it's also another example of her spending the money before she gets it. And I think her spending the money before she gets it is what got Dolton in the financial situation they're in today. And we will pick back up on that on my next video. I don't want this one to get too long, you guys. But once again, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave it a like. And if you're new here, subscribe.
If you want to get outside, we'll sell you too.